Caden Bodine, MVP, and Wells Sykes, who got a huge hit today with 2 outs. He's done it twice now. I was up all night last night thinking about winning this game, and really proud to think about what this team's accomplished the last 15 weeks to win 22 straight Sun Belt Conference games, win 18 straight games is remarkable. And I think about how did we do that, and it's a pretty simple equation. Number one, you got to have really good players, which we do, but those players have got to be willing to drop I and me for we and us. And when you bring a talented group of people together that share that same mindset, extraordinary things can happen, which just did. And then secondly, you got to have an athletic administration that backs you at the extreme highest level, which we clearly do. And that was the first thing that we had to do in June was assemble a staff. You're only as good as the people that you surround yourself with. And I'm very fortunate to, like I said, to have a university and athletic department that backs us at a very high level, which allowed us to assemble one of the best coaching staffs in the entire country. And I'd be remiss if I didn't single out our former athletic director, Matt Hogue, who awarded me this opportunity to lead this program. And if it wasn't for him, I'm not sure I would have got this opportunity. And this is an opportunity that I don't take for granted. This is an opportunity that I'm very proud of. And our new athletic director, Chance Miller, his vision, his energy, his intelligence, he's going to take this program to another level. You could already tell by the fan experience, the amount of people that came out, Teal Nation supporting this team. We average over 3,000 fans a game. We broke 5 of the 10 top attendance records this year, and that's because of him and his staff. And I can't wait to see what we can accomplish together moving forward. And then the last thing is you can't do this without fan support and donors. And there's 2 in particular that I'd have to pick out. Last year when again, I was awarded this opportunity, a former player, Steve Bergman, we needed a big pinch hit, and he didn't pinch hit. He hit a home run. And then this fall, Mr. Pete Fitzpatrick stood up and hit a grand slam. And they were the 2 biggest guys to step forward to support this program in a massive way, which is going to allow us to continue to be one of the premier, most successful college baseball programs in the country. That said, I'm really proud with what we accomplished, and really looking forward to enjoying this and getting back home and getting ready to play at Springbrook Stadium, which we've had a lot of success at.
All right, open for questions.
Caden, just overall, very consistent week, and you took home MVP honors. What are your thoughts on your play this week through the tournament?
I thought it was solid. Got some pitches to hit and hit them pretty well, and I think the biggest thing was just the pitching staff. I'm fortunate enough to catch the best guys in the country. They made my job this year extremely easy. They pitch at a high level, and they take care of their business, and the offense as well around me. Got Seabass behind me, and then Blake, and so on. They're doing a phenomenal job.
And then Wells, spot on the all-tournament team. Again, big hit today, stolen base as well. I mean, what was going through your head while that was going down?
Honestly, I just took everything off myself, and I relied on my teammates and my coaches in our preparation, and sat in there in the moment and tried to do the best I can, and it all worked out for us and worked out for the team.
Coach, how big is it knowing you've got the tournament MVP, an all-tournament guy, bookending the lineup top and bottom?
Well, very important, especially when you got Caden Bodine, the best catcher in the country. I'm fortunate to have a front row seat to watch that every day. But his hit today was massive. That 2-out base hit got us to 7, which is a big number in our program. And that to be able to score first, to get the big inning right there, and then his hit to get us to 7. I know it was nerve-wracking there at the end, but I already had dinner reservations. The game was over.
Coach Scott Kirk, WDM in Hattiesburg. This is a matchup of the 11th ranked and 12th ranked team in the country for the championship. 2 teams on multi-digit winning streaks. How did this really give you guys a test, especially heading into the regional now that you win the Sun Belt, right?
No, I think that's a great point. I think it prepares us for what's ahead next week. We're going to have to beat a team at that caliber next week multiple times to advance. And it was great to play in front of a bigger crowd. Their fan support was tremendous today, but our guys responded in a really positive way.
Coach, overall, you said last night you weren't a bracketologist or a seeder or whatever. We're looking at getting a bunch of mentions as Coastal being a top 8 seed. Is this team deserving of that, and why?
Again, you look at what we've done for 15 weeks. There's no team in the country outside of maybe Northeastern that played at the level that we played at that consistently. We now have the most wins in the entire country, tied with them. We didn't lose 1 week the entire year, only 1 weekend that we lost. We played a top 15 strength of schedule in the entire country. Again, when you look at the total body of work, this is a top 8 seed and a host, and we're looking forward to it.
Then for Caden Wells, Caden obviously been there a few years. Wells, you came in as a grad transfer. Kind of the arc of the season from where things got going with Coach coming on board in June and now winning a championship almost a year later. What's that been like for both of you?
It's been awesome. Coach Schnall is the best coach I've ever played for, and his relentlessness every single day and his attention to detail is second to none, and I'm lucky to be a part of that.
I can back Kate on that. Coach Schnall, one of the best coaches I've ever had, and I'm extremely grateful to have the opportunity to come here to Coastal and play ball with some of my best friends.
And then just for both the players, just talk about, Scott kind of alluded to it, just the moment, how do you kind of quiet that down? I mean, their fans were everywhere, how do you quiet that down and play Coastal baseball?
I think it just comes from our preparation. We take the same approach day in and day out, no matter what team or what day it is. So just attention to detail and come prepared every single day.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's in our pregame talk. We talk big about keeping everything on our side. Don't worry about who's in the other dugout, and sticking to our approach and our plan, and everything's going to fall our direction.
And then, also for both of you from a hitter's perspective, your pitching staff was lights out, and it has been. How much confidence does that give you guys that, even if you're struggling at the dish, you got support on the mound?
They're phenomenal day in and day out. So it's our responsibility to pick them up when we're not. So they just continue to really go in the right direction.
Yeah, I just got to compliment them for, like Coach Schnall said, for 15 weeks. The best word I can describe the pitching staff is consistency. They've come in every single week ready to go, and not just the starters, everybody in the pen, and so on and so forth. So.
And then, Coach, just for you, any final thoughts? What's going through your head about just kind of like this season? You guys still got a lot of baseball left, but just what does this moment mean for you personally?
Well, this is a team achievement. Coach Gilmore left the foundation here for us to be successful, and he was a big part of this championship and the success that we had this year. And he was missed, but I can assure you that his legacy will continue on.